Hello, Mrs. Houston here. Today's learning target is I can interpret the slope and intercept of a linear function in context. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the function / equation, and we're going to see think about what do each of the parts mean. Okay, so for this first example here, the function f of t equals 2.25 plus 0.75t shows the cost of an ice cream sundae with different numbers of toppings t. So we first, I'm just realizing I forgot to take the t out, but because my last question there says, what does the t represent? All right, so I'm going to jump right into that. Sorry. The T represents the number of toppings. I'm going to use a number sign. Number of toppings. I meant to take that out and then have you guys figure that out, but I forgot. So we'll just leave it there. So the T is the number of toppings, and then here is our function. Okay? So if we remember, I'm going to direct your attention back to y equals mx plus b. Okay, the m or the a or whatever letter is the slope. Whoops, why isn't it working? Come on. S-L-O-P-E. Oh, it just got delayed a little. Sometimes that happens. And then the b is the y-intercept. So when it says, what is the y-intercept and what does it represent? First, I just want to work on identifying it. So the y-intercept is the constant number that's by itself. So when we look in our equation here, we see that the 2.25 is the number that's by itself. Okay, it doesn't have to do with the position if it's first or second. It's whether or not it has the variable next to it. Okay, and then let's identify the slope. The slope is the number next to the x, or in this case, it happens to be a t, but you see that there's that variable there next to the 0.75. Okay, now we have to think about the situation. It's talking about the cost of an ice cream sundae with different numbers of toppings. Okay, and what I'm going to go to first is the t. Since the 75 cents is next to the t, that must be the cost per topping. Okay, so 0.75 is the slope, and it's the cost per topping. All right, every topping you add onto your sundae costs you 75 cents at this ice cream shop. Okay, and then A, what is the y-intercept? Well, we already identified it as 2.25, and what does it represent? Well, what else are we buying besides the toppings? Okay, it's just I'm going to call it the base cost, I guess, for the sundae. Maybe it's the cost for the ice cream, you could think of it as. Sorry, base cost. Sorry, my writing is so bad on this thing. Per sundae. For the sundae. I don't know why I wrote per. But anyways, that's like the cost for just the ice cream. Okay, that $2.25. You start with that. There's no variable next to it, so it only gets charged one time. Okay, now the 75t, the 75 cents is the cost per topping, because it's going to get charged multiple times. For each topping you get, you pay another 75 cents.